Hello, hey, good morning, everybody out there in Unstuckland. I am coming to you today with attitude. Yes, I got attitude, and I hope you do too, and I hope it's the right one. We are going to totally dig into that today, and I'm going to talk to you about attitude and what it is and how it drives our results, and actually show you where it comes from and how you can change it as well. So that is today. I hope you have a pen and paper. And of course, as always, come back and rewatch these videos over and over and over again because next Tuesday, a week from today, they are going away. So make sure you watch them and do the things that I suggest, and you will have wonderful results in your life way further ahead than you would have been had you not been here this week and done this little investment in time into yourself and your results. Good morning, Carla. Yeah, you're going to have an attitude. I'm going to help you get one. All right. We'll get you there. So, first thing I want to know is who out there is a people watcher? I totally am a people watcher. I've been my whole life growing up in Edmonton, Alberta, and we had the big, huge mall coming alive up there, West Edmonton Mall. We used to go there and we used to watch people. That was our big thing because I come from a small town and we didn't have much entertainment. So me and my girlfriend would go there and watch people. And I have always noticed and kind of looked at people. And so if you're a people watcher too, perhaps you feel the same way. You can look at somebody and go, oh, they're not having a very good day. Or, oh my gosh, what are they drinking? I want some of that. And you can tell how people carry themselves, how they dress, how they walk. Do they shuffle their feet? Are they dressed in like a onesie or pajamas when they go out in public? Or are they polished? Are they dressed up because they know where they're going and they have a great feeling about themselves and their lives? All of these things that we have in our outside, and personally for us as well, starts with our internal. And the combination of several different things on our internal make up our attitude. And by knowing where our attitude comes from, we can direct it in the right direction. So I am going to talk to you first of all about our mind. Do you know what your mind looks like? If I said to you, think about your mind, what is the first thing you think of? Your head, right? Is that right? Thumbs up, Carla. I know I'm right because everybody else says that. So if it's different, I want to know because just about everybody I talk to immediately thinks about their head, their brain. Your brain is a physical thing. Your mind is more ethereal, more spirit, more like kind of in who you are, not physically, but on a different level. So your mind is not a place. So when you think about changing your mind or having a mindset, which is like the big catchword out there, which drives me crazy, by the way, because I don't think our minds should be set. I think our minds should be always on the move and changing and altering and creating a better life for us. But that is a conversation for another day. So I'm going to draw you a picture of your mind. So clearly, no, it's not in your head, but now I'm going to draw a picture of your head because we do need that visual to go on. So your mind. And if the video gets choppy, can you please put down a little message in the notes, please, because sometimes my internet goes a little wonky, so I don't want you guys to miss out on that. Attitude. Oh, and also this is going to be backwards. Facebook likes to make sure that everything comes backwards for some reason, so I'm going to reverse this video. After it's done, I'm going to download it, I'm going to flip it, and then I'm going to repost it. So this will not always be reversed in the group. I will repost it in the right direction. Okay, so back to attitude. Your head. We're going to make that depict your mind. So from now on, when you think about your mind, you now have a picture to go to. If I asked you what color your car was, in your mind, you would go and stand beside your car and you go, oh, my car is white. And I'd say, what color is the interior? And you'd say gray. And I'd say, is it cloth or leather? And in your mind, you are in your car. Okay, thank you, Carla. All right, hopefully that fixes it. Sometimes when I close my office door, we have a thing. So So I want you to know that whatever you think about, whenever you think about something, you go in your mind. And if you go to your fridge, is your freezer on the top or bottom of your fridge? You're in your mind, you go to your kitchen. But when we talk about changing your mind, you have no place to go. Now you do. So your mind, we're going to depict as this round circle, and your body is down below. For visual purposes, and for the reason being that your mind does drive your body's results, not the other way around. And I will get into that a little bit later on today in this training. So your mind is bigger because your mind controls your body. And there are many different facets to our minds. We're going to talk about two of them, our conscious and our subconscious mind. So when we are talking about attitude, we are dealing with conscious, subconscious mind, and your body. All day long, we have these little antennas all around us that bring in information to us. So our sight, sound, taste, touch, and hearing. And so all of our external world brings things to us. And there is a sixth way that we get thoughts put into us, and that is our own thinking, our creative mind, also known as our imagination, which is one of our higher faculties I was talking about yesterday. So our imagination will also create pictures in our minds of what we want. And this is where I wanted you to tap into yesterday when you did the homework, because you did the homework, right? I know you did. When you think about the things you want, or you think of something you want, that starts in your mind. The first cell phone started in somebody's mind with their imagination. The first airplane started in somebody's imagination. All of these things start in our imagination, or we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch things from our external, and that gets us thinking. So our thinking happens in our subconscious mind. All day long, we are thinking, we're seeing things, we're observing things, we're thinking about things. And also, there are always two sides to everything, which is one of the laws of polarity. Everything has a positive and negative. So things have negatives. Everything that has a negative must by law have a positive. Sometimes we gotta dig, sometimes we gotta look, sometimes we have to wait for the positive in things, wait for kind of the dust to settle for us to go, okay, well, this came from it. We don't grow and learn and become more amazing by having an amazing life. By our trials and tribulations is how we grow. So when we are having a little bit of a rough time, just know that this is a growth thing for you, and look for the lesson. Whenever anything goes bad in my life, and yes, I do have moments of sitting down and going, wow, that didn't work very good, way to go. But I will then move to a place of what is the lesson in this for me, and how can I grow from it. So I want you to know that every positive has a negative and vice versa. So if things are going well for you, you can flip it around and find the positive side to it. When news comes in, when we're listening to the news, when we're hearing people talk about negative stuff, the other great thing we can do in our subconscious mind when that stuff comes in is we can kick it out. We can choose to not get emotionally involved in it. We can hear the news, we can go, oh, yeah, that's not very good. I'm really sorry that happened to you, or I'm sad that that happened in the world. But once we get emotionally involved in it, that's when the magic happens on both sides of the scale. So we want to be very, very careful what we get emotionally involved with. Because as soon as we accept it, so we're going to accept positive stuff always, all the time. Positive thoughts, positive things we hear. If people are talking negative, if people are saying negative things, we have three things that we can always do. We can walk away from it, we can accept it, or we can change it. If you can't change it and you are not accepting it because it's negative, then you must walk away from it, either mentally or physically. Get up and leave the room. Turn off the radio, put down the newspaper, whatever that is, walk away from it. You get to choose. You always get to choose. So we are going to choose to accept positive stuff in our life. We're going to hear something, we're going to think, how does that make me feel? Nope, that doesn't make me feel good. I'm going to push it away, and you're going to move on. So When we think about something and it makes us feel good, so now we're feeling good, our feeling and our emotional is down in here. This is where our emotions are, in our subconscious mind. And anything that we think about and we impress emotion and feeling about must absolutely 100% of the time get reflected in our physical being. It could be in our gut, it could be clenched fists, it could be a happy, smiley face, but it's physical. It's always represented physical. You cannot hear a baby giggling and clench your fists in rage at the same time. Because that giggle, you hear it, you think about it, it makes you feel good, and your face lights up and you're excited because it's like, oh, that's so cute, right? So, this is what I want you to understand. When you come into something negative and you hear bad news and you get angry, you get frustrated, you get scared, and that moves into your body as stress. Anxiety is a physical thing. I talk to so many people that have stress and anxiety, and not just before COVID, it's an ongoing thing. I used to be locked down. I have to tell you guys this if you haven't heard me say this before. I used to have 10 plus anxiety attacks a day. I couldn't stay in my house because it was closing in on me, and I couldn't be outside because it was like too much for me to handle. And it was physical. It was something I thought about that made me think about something bad that was going to happen, and the anxiety was physical. And that is from accepting a negative thing, and then my body went into a negative feeling and reaction. Anxiety, stress, all of that stuff is on the negative side of this. But it started with, what was I worrying about? What was I having negative feelings about? Got emotionally involved in it. Anxiety happened in my body. So we can flip that. What am I worried about to what am I excited about? When we get to the positive side and we have positive feelings, we have a physical body reaction. And instead of anxiety and stress, we get into creation. We get into, instead of being at dis-ease, we get at ease. And we create positive results in our life. Down here with anxiety, we go back to bed, we get angry, we maybe take it out on people that we love because they're just there and we don't really mean to, but we do. And so I want you to keep all of this in mind. So whatever you think about, you feel, and whatever you feel, you move into action about. Positive attitude, negative attitude. And it starts with, what do you choose to think about? Now, I know a lot of people will think, yeah, but I got laid off. Yeah, but this. Yeah, but that. And we're choosing. We're looking at our surroundings and we are deciding what to think based on our surroundings. I'm going to turn that around for you. We have, when we like literally open our eyes and we look around us, we see our environment. Good or bad, it just is. Everything just is. Thinking makes it good or bad, okay? So just remember that. Again, whatever we think about it, that's what it is. If you can think it's bad, then you can think that it's good, or at least stay neutral and walk away from it. So most everybody, and if it's you, then please, everything I say this week, take it to yourself. Be honest with yourself. You are here. You're here this week. You are listening to Connie because you need to move forward better. Be honest with yourself. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to talk to me about it, your spouse about it, anybody else. But I will. Sounds great, Laura. Thank you. But I promise you, when you get honest with yourself, you will turn things around. You need to just be honest with you. All right, fair enough. Enough said. So we look at our lives and we go, can't afford that, can't afford this, don't like that, hate this, blah, 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 blah. And we look on Facebook. You can look on Facebook all day long and see people, what they don't like, what they don't want, how bad their life is, blah, 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 blah. And that is awful stuff. So what we do, what they're doing, we're not doing that anymore. It's stopping here today, right? Right. So We have results in our life. Our results, when we look at it and we say, I don't like that, it is causing us to think about the thing we don't like, that we don't want, how hard it is, how rough it is, all of that stuff. Where is that going? Because we just had this conversation. When you are thinking about this little negative thing, yep, we are going to start thinking negative stuff because we're thinking about negative things. We're getting emotionally involved in that. We're sad, we're frustrated, we're angry, we're anxious, we're stressed, and we start feeling those feelings. And then we get into action and negative actions, sitting on the couch, complaining, not doing anything, not moving forward. Well, geez, I called 20 people yesterday and nobody wanted to buy my product. So today I'm just going to sit on the couch, eat Cheetos, and binge watch a TV show. That is the inaction that we are causing by looking at our negative results. And then our negative actions cause more negative results. And then we're like, see, told you so, I can't do this. This doesn't work. And then you think more negative thoughts and you're sabotaging yourself doing this. Now, suppose people hate it when I use my fingers on the whiteboard, but what other people think of me is not my problem, right? From yesterday, it's one of my favorite sayings. So now let's start with thinking. Yesterday, I got you to think about all of the things you want in your life, all of the amazing things that you are creating, that you want to have, do. Who do you really want to be in your life? Do you want to be at the top of the company you're in? Do you want to be a diamond pin holder, or do you want to be a pink Cadillac driver, or whatever that is at the top of your company? If you are a true entrepreneur, then you have your own goals in your mind as well of what you need for yourself and for your family. And that is what I wanted you guys to get looking at yesterday, because you are going to start thinking about the things you want. And you sit quietly and you close your eyes and you imagine in your mind, you see yourself in that house, you see yourself driving that car, and you begin to feel what it feels like to be there. So you have positive feelings. You get excited about it. You get emotionally involved in having that goal supported. Hey, Kathy, thanks for popping in, girl. And then with that positive feeling, you want to do stuff. You're motivated. You're going to be persistent. You're going to continuously be moving forward towards it because you want to have that positive result. So this is really, really important to remember because we have to start with our thinking all the time. If something is not feeling good, if we have this bad feeling, the stress, the anxiety, the fear, whatever, stop yourself, catch yourself and think, what am I thinking? What thoughts did I just accept? What did I just decide to get emotionally involved in? And turn it around. When we have worry and doubt, the opposite positive side of that is knowledge. So get knowledge. Fear, faith. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. And this is really important. This is going to tie into tomorrow's conversation about those two things. But we must start thinking positively, having a positive attitude, and working towards our lives in a better way. All right. Does that make sense? Any questions so far? You guys doing good? If you have any questions, pop them up here and I'll do my best to answer them, or I will hang on to them till Friday. But any clarification you need on anything on the board here, please write them in the comments here and I'll do my best to answer them for you. All righty. So obviously when we change our attitude, we will change our world. A lot of people have been mentioning in the comments in this group when I'm saying, what do you need help with? It's with procrastination. Procrastination is from many different layers of our lives, but it starts with you must have a goal. You have to. And I drill it on you. And anybody that has heard any training of mine before, it starts with a goal, a solid goal that gets you excited to get out of bed every morning and excited to move forward. If your goal is not there, we need to talk. I need to talk to you. We have to solidify that. And you have to move into action. I have another little saying that I've had from time to time on my Facebook group that God provides food for the birds. He does not plop it into their nest. They have to go and get it. So you have to move into action. And in a positive action, you will see positive results and you will start thinking, wow, this does work. Yeah, I can be at the top of this company. And you will keep moving. Who can I talk to? Who can I call next? And who can I follow up with? Who said yes later? Let me go and talk to them and follow up with them. And you start moving into this amazing cycle of beauty. And with the law of attraction and cause and effect and everything else out working there, people will call you that you don't even know exists right now. There are billions of people on this world, in this world. How many do you need to be successful in your company? 100 of them? 50 of them? They're out there. And when you understand that and you believe you can do it, then you can do it. And when you see somebody doing something, you can absolutely do it. Everybody has the 5 senses we were talking about. Everybody has the 6 higher faculties we talked about yesterday. Everybody does. They're using theirs in a different way. They know that they have to be persistent every day towards their business and do the things even that they don't like to do. Because it's the things that we don't like to do that we're going to do anyway that are going to define where we're headed. The people making $1 million a month right now don't like doing those things either, but they're doing them because they know they have to. They want to be the 1%. They don't want to be the 99% or the 5 and 95, whichever numbers you want to play with. But what percentage do you want to be? And to be in the top part, into the cream of the crop, you must begin to do the things you don't necessarily like to do, but you know that you have this big, beautiful goal that you are going after, and you're going to do those things. So that is an article that I have called The Common Denominator of Success that really talks about these things. So if you want a copy of it, let me know. Put Common Denominator of Success in the comments down below, and I will send you a copy of it. It's a great article, and it really talks to making sure we're doing the things that we must do. All right. Most of us do the things that are pleasant for us to do, but we don't get very good results, do we? So we need to start doing those other things. Alrighty. So when you're also looking at your goal, I want you to take a look at the things you can do. I hear a lot of I can't. Yeah, buts. Yeah, but this. Yeah, but that. Yeah, but is an excuse. What can you do? Look at what you can do. Who can you call? What actions can you take? How can you get the clients? How can you find the money? How can you buy that car? And ideas will start flowing. Those muscles, those mental muscles will get stronger and stronger, and more amazing stuff will come to you. You got it, Carla. Right after I'm done here, I'll send it to you. Okay, so did you do your homework? I hope you did. I totally hope that you did. And if you didn't, then please go and do it. And if you don't, you will find yourself still procrastinating and still feeling stuck. So the first thing in becoming unstuck is to have a place to go. And I'm going to harp on that this whole week because it's so important. You got to do that writing. And again, I want you to know that this week is entirely 100% for you guys. I am giving up a week of my work time and my family time and my sitting out on the patio, reading my book time to help you. So please let me help you. Please, please. If you are one of the procrastinators, if you are one of the people that are feeling lack in your life and you don't know how to move forward, let me get on a call with you for 30 minutes and let's get you moving, okay? Even if we've talked before in the past, I don't care. It's a new day. We're starting over. We're going to move forward with beauty and amazingness. So please take me up on that. Send me a DM. I will send you my link to my calendar and we'll get you booked in and we'll make that happen. I even have a bit of time this afternoon if anybody wants some time this afternoon. All right. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything in my notes here. All right. I think I knocked it all off. I usually have my notes that I'm paying attention to, but today it looks like I didn't need them. Yay me. So your homework for today is to go back to the goal setting that you did yesterday, and I want you to write it down in more living color. Take 3 deep breaths, 3 seconds in, hold it 3 seconds, out 3 seconds if you are actually physically able to do that, and then relax yourself and ask yourself, how can I make this goal stronger? How can I bring more life to this goal and to this writing? And then write it out again. And write it out, please, like it says in the goal setting book, as if you already have it. I am so happy and grateful now that all of my personal goals have come to manifest. And then write it out. I love that I am now living in my 3-bedroom house that is 100% mine. I paid for it cash. I have a Mercedes. I have a convertible. I have a whatever in your garage. And just build it. What color is it? What smell like? What are the sights, the sounds? Do you have a swimming pool in your backyard? Do you have a hammock hanging between the trees? Do you have a horse's stable? Are you in the city, living in a skyscraper? What is your thing? What is your jam? And really make it beautiful, and write it out again tonight before you go to bed. And so also on that note, when you're going to sleep, when you're falling asleep at night, you're waiting for sleep to take over from you, make sure that you are in your mind in your dream life. Fall asleep with that in your mind. Really get mentally image involved in that, okay? And then, all right, Tina, and then I will guarantee you a faster gestation period of what you want. And then the first thing in the morning, before you even get out of bed and turn on the coffee maker, go there again. Stay there in your mind. And the next day, tomorrow, you will decide before you get out of bed to do all of this all over again. I want to tell you to write this out every day until it manifests in your life, but most of you won't do it. Most people don't, because we need an accountability partner. We need somebody every day that we can message, we can talk to and go, yep, I did it. Yep, I did it. Okay. Oh, I didn't hear from you yesterday. Did you do it? And you must keep doing it, but just make a decision every morning to do it that day. Don't make it a big scary monster that then you're going to just not do, okay? Make sure every day you continue with that, and you will have better results. So check your attitude today as well. Your other homework is whenever you are feeling stressed or worried, check in with yourself. What am I thinking about? And how can you think about that on the other side? Or can you let it go? Put on some happy music. Do something that changes you into a happier, more positive vibration, and then get to work on it. Maybe that's the time you sit down and write out your goal, as if you already have it, because you can't write down about your beautiful convertible and you're driving down the highway with your hair blowing in the wind and you got Bruce Springsteen or whoever blaring through the radio. You can't be sad and stressed out when in your mind you're there. It's a beautiful place. So work on that. Again, any questions, let me know. And then I will see you guys back here tomorrow. We're going to talk about faith versus fear and how we turn that around. So watch today's video a couple of times, get ingrained in this, and we are going to take this to the next step tomorrow, and I will see you then. You guys have an amazing, beautiful day wherever you are in this world. Be safe, love each other, and be good to yourself. Bye for now.